Everything you do begins in your mind. Your victories, your mistakes, your peace, your pain, they all start as thoughts. That's why your thoughts are not harmless. They're builders, and what they build becomes your world. There was once a man named Eli, a young man with restless ambition and a mind full of unanswered questions, until one evening he met an old man who changed him forever. Eli was walking down a lonely street, holding papers filled with his plans and dreams. He had just tried to pitch a project, but it had failed. Rejection burned in his chest. "Why do I even try?" he muttered. "I plan, I work, I do everything right, and nothing changes. Maybe the world is against me." He kicked a small stone, angry and tired. He didn't notice the quiet figure walking toward him. "Perhaps it is not the world that resists, but the way you hold your mind," a calm voice said. Eli looked up. An old man stood before him, peaceful and steady, with eyes that seemed to see right through him. "Who are you?" Eli asked. "Someone who can show you how your mind shapes your reality," the old man replied. "Walk with me, and you will see." Eli hesitated, but something inside him, curiosity or maybe hope, made him follow. As they walked, the old man said, "Your mind shows you many paths, but only the one you focus on will grow real." Eli frowned. "I've focused before, and still failed." The old man smiled. "You focused on what you feared. Now focus on what you wish to create. Believe it, before it appears." Eli closed his eyes and imagined himself confident and calm. When he opened them again, the world around him felt a little lighter. The old man picked up a smooth stone and handed it to him. "Speak your intention," he said. "Words are the blueprint of reality." Eli hesitated, then said quietly, "I will succeed. I will act with clarity. I will grow. Say it with certainty," the old man said. "Command your mind, and the world will listen." Eli spoke again, stronger this time, and something inside him shifted. A quiet strength began to form. "Thoughts without action are nothing," the old man said. "Action without focus is wasted. Combine both, and you shape your life." Eli began small. He organized his work, stayed consistent, and took every step with purpose. Each time he acted, he did it with clear intention. Little by little, he started to feel different, more centered, more in control. Weeks passed, and small changes began to appear. Someone who had ignored him before reached out. An opportunity he once missed showed up again. Eli noticed that the more he controlled his thoughts, the smoother things flowed. He realized the old man had been right all along. Life had always been responding to his mind. Eli no longer started his days with worry or frustration. He began them with calm focus. Even when problems came, he handled them with clarity instead of fear. He understood now. The world doesn't move when you complain. It moves when your mind is clear about what you want. Years passed. Eli grew wiser, stronger, and more peaceful. He had built the life he once only dreamed of. But, most importantly, he had built himself. He finally understood that the mind is not just a mirror of the world, it's the source that shapes it. One bright morning, Eli walked through the same street where he had once felt defeated. Everything looked the same: the cracked stones, the quiet houses, the wind in the air. But somehow, it all felt different. The street that once seemed cold now felt alive. The light on the walls looked warmer. The wind that once felt harsh now touched his face gently. He stopped and smiled to himself. Nothing in the world had changed, only his mind had. The same world that once looked heavy and cruel now seemed full of possibility. As he walked, he saw a young boy running with a handful of papers. The boy tripped, and the papers scattered across the road. Eli bent down to help him pick them up. The boy sighed. "I keep trying to make something good, but it never works. Maybe it's just not for me." Eli looked at him kindly. "I used to think the same thing," he said, "but I learned something. The world doesn't listen to what we fear. It listens to what we believe." The boy frowned a little, thinking. Eli placed the last paper in his hands. "Start believing in your mind first," he said softly. "The rest will follow." The boy nodded slowly, then ran off with new energy. Eli stood there, watching him disappear down the street. The sunlight broke through the clouds, painting everything in gold, and Eli smiled, realizing the truth he had searched for all along. The power was never in the world around him. It had always been in his mind. Your mind is the origin of everything you see. Fear builds walls. Clarity builds bridges. Every thought, every word, every action shapes your world. Guard your thoughts, direct your focus, command your mind, and life will follow. This is the mind's mirror, a reminder that the world you see begins in the world within. And if this story resonates with you, subscribe for more videos like this.